Have you ever seen the kill feed light up with any CAS plane getting 5 to 6 kills and wondering, how can you do that? I can show you the basic setup of how you can do this yourself. While this video is not a magic solution, it will definitely be a good stepping stone for your CAS career. I'll go over the majority of the top tier bombs or missiles, and keybinds on how to use them. Then later in the video, I also give a couple tips on how to actually apply this to real games. Now that we're on test drive, the first control you're definitely going to need is under Controls, Camera Control, Toggle View. Toggle View is how you go through your targeting pod here, and then you can get an easy view on the targets down there at test drive. This is probably one of the most important binds you need. Another important bind you need is Weapon Select, so you can cycle through all your various bombs and missiles. This will be under Weaponry, and then Switch Secondary Weapons. This is how you cycle through. As you can see, I can launch spices and brimstones now and cycle through them. Another one you need is Sight Stabilization. This will basically relock your targeting pod to where you just looked in third person instead of having to readjust it in first person. Under Controls, you can find it by going under Aircraft and looking up Sight, and you'll see Sight Stabilization. I have mine bound C because it's a really easy key to use. Another important one is Zoom. This lets you zoom in and out from your sight, and as well as zoom in and out from your camera. It's under Controls, Common, and then you should be able to find it by looking at View Controls, Zoom Camera. I have mine bound Z because, once again, ease of use. Now to actually drop your bombs, you want to go under Weaponry, and then bind Fire Secondary Weapons, Drop Bomb, and Fire Air-to-Ground Missile. Those three are how you actually launch a missile, and then Weapon Lock Air-to-Ground is how you lock them. But if you press your Drop Bomb, or whatever button you uses, it will automatically pull up a seeker. Weapon Lock Air-to-Ground is just how you unlock them. Now I will do a simple run on these guys here. If I zoom in, after pressing T to lock over here, press space to pull us up, and I press space to drop. Simple as that. Then I also have hold U here down to will actually spectate the bombs. Now you see they landed, not all of them killed, that's just the bombs thing, but that's the basic run. Now I'll show you every single bomb type and how to use each. So here in the Eurofighter, I have IR guided bombs and laser guided bombs. And let me hop in test drive real quick. So for brimstones, it's quite simple. You want to lock an area you want to go after, and then look at it, and then use space to launch a brimstone. And then you can use Sight Stabilization there to fully lock them, and you can go wherever. Now that hit, very simple as you can see. I'll show you real quick how to use IR bombs, or IR missiles. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can either use the first option in your camera. This is the actual bomb pod, which is very mid. But you can see press space to pull this up, press space again to drop. Now, you can also look at your targeting pod, do the same thing, press space to pull up targeting pod, pull up targeting, and press space again to drop. And now, I didn't crash there. That didn't happen. I'll show you how to use IR missiles, like the KH-38MT, that absolutely destroys lobbies. Right here. KH-38MT loadout. Very basic. All you have to do is select your weapon selector like this, using the Shift S. Press the V to open your targeting pod. Then you can zoom in and press space, launch, or you can use X, or whatever button your your lock air-to-ground missile is. And then press space again to drop or launch. And very basic right there. Nothing too crazy. And then finally, I'll show you how to use GPS guided bombs, which are things like GB39 or some paveways, mainly JDAMs as well. Yeah, I'll use a Tornado IDS MLU Ret 8. Has the 39s, JDAMs, all that type of stuff. So these don't need to maintain a lock. All you have to do for these is opening targeting pod. Look towards where you want them to go. But you want to have your bomb indicator lined up. But look where you want them to go. And then just press space, and they'll follow where you were looking when you launched them. So then all of them are out. And if I wait long enough, they will hit. Here I can hold U here, U as default, to watch them hit. Yeah, those are the three basic types of guidance: GPS, IR, TV, and then laser. Yeah, as you can see, they're all hitting. Simple as that. Not much else to it. Now for the gameplay part. This game, I used the Eurofighter ASA to get a total of 19 kills across the entire game. First thing I do in this game is I dive down and open my map, press N to make it be the ground map, and then middle click where I want to be looking. Here, I decide to pull up and look for targets to my target site. If I do not get pinged by Panzer and H12 A, I'll keep going higher, which so far I have yet to get pinged. So now I'll keep climbing, get to a good spot, go slow enough for the spices to launch, because they need to be under Mach 1. Enter my targeting pod, and start looking. After this last one, I have to pull in a little bit, just to make sure it hits. But then, after you launch off, you want to dive down and get behind cover. Because most likely, they will spawn a couple SPAs. Here I use this mountain to my right to avoid Panzers, bucks, that type of stuff. In kill feed, I see a Panzer, so I'm gonna be careful. Around this point, I decided to pull up and try to sneak a Spice Twisty into there. I also have a friendly F-16 and helicopter launching off missiles to hopefully distract. I see him die in chat, but it's not the same guy, so I'll keep looking for the Panzer. He pings me on my radar. It looks like he's to the right spawn. He's not looking towards me. I launch Spice, and I dive back behind cover. Now that I'm behind cover, I can safely look at my bomb site and check where he is. He's trying to shoot it out, but he's failing. And successful kill. Now I'm going to pull up again and look for more targets. I see something like a multi-vehicle system launch off. So I'll drop a Spice into there. Never mind, I don't yet. I'm going to go from a safer, lower angle so I can shotgun the Spice into their spawn. I mean, miss on me, but it doesn't look like it's going to track. So I can safely pull up here and drop a Spice into there. That's a very likely hit. Yep, it hits perfectly, and that's one of the tells death. I see a MiG 29 in front of me kicking on me. If I get a missile off, he's not gonna react to use a tunnel vision on trying to CAS. And then the kill feed, the F-16A kills the other launcher, so Type 03 is out. I was getting S-30 ping, so I should look for that. Pick him up my radar, he's launching on me. I pull up, launch an AMRAAM, and then dive back down to multi-path his missile. At this point, he dodged it, but I have 9M out on him. It misses, he goes high. And 9M gives me a free kill. He's gonna try to flare it, but it doesn't matter. Now I pull back down before like any pansier launches on me. I'm out of spices, but I still have 12 brimstones. I have my targeting point set on there spot on, so I can look for the AA. They look for one, unsure what it is. It was an OSA. Don't know what else I expected other than just a kind of free kill. Just in case, I pull back behind a cliff, try to get another angle. And I pull back up and start looking for more targets. There's a Panzer locking me. I'll try to find him. I see him, use my indicator to mark him directly, and Brimstone for an easy kill. I pull back up here, look for more targets. I don't see anything yet so far.
Most of the zones are under enemy control.
So I mark a C because they were just on C capping it. So I'll pull back around in a second and get a launch on him.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
I see a big 23 locking on me. Not really a big worry, it's a big 23. I launched a Brimstone on this guy. I have to manually guide it since there was a corpse blocking it. Now that the guy on C is dead, I'm gonna go after the big 2030. He's not really reacting. AMRAAM was just a free kill there. Pop a couple of flares in case he like launched an R24T, but I don't think he does. There's a Pansier backup. I have eyes on him. I launch a Brimstone on him and dive down. He's dead. I'm close to a nuke here. I see a guy marked in their spawn, but I think he dies here. So I'd look for someone else. My friend marks a guy on the map for me to go after. Unfortunately, there's a Pansier up, so I have to dodge. A couple of guys complaining in chat about the CAS. Honestly valid. I see the guy on map from the drone, and I try to gun kill a 2SUA just to res his spawn immunity, and that was it. And I'm 6 points off a nuke. But it is what it is. If you enjoyed watching that, or feel like you learned something, Can you please like and subscribe because I'm trying to grow my channel. As well, if you want to see more CAS gameplay, there's a couple good YouTubers out there like Corb or KaiTG. I'll have them linked at the end here.